Hmm. Gonna give you guys a couple minutes to get here, and then if nobody shows up, that's okay. I'll do it another time. But I want to give you guys an update. You know, kind of check in with you guys. Oh, I got somebody in my chat that's a bunch of zeros and ones. Kind of weird. Um, they have 44 followers. I'm watching this news coverage on these Maui fires, man. Death toll is up to 89. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Um, it really is, dude. I need to go to the store. Sorry for that terrible camera angle, really am. So, I'm going to take this off because I don't want to be distracted or unaware of how loud my voice is. Let me check my levels. We should be good. So, today, I guess I'll just go into it and I guess I'll just go into it and I'll publish the bot. How about that? Today I had a conversation with somebody, and I've started to notice a lot of things, and a lot of things are my fault. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not pointing fingers. Ultimately, it doesn't matter what anybody else does. Um, Ultimately, it's on me. That's what it comes down to. And so, I had a conversation with somebody, and they were trying to give me some advice, and I thought it was really good advice. But I also started to realize that I've probably done everything I can do. I think it's foolish to try to force things after a certain point. So, I'm not willing to make any final um, I'm not willing to make any permanent decisions or anything that's final or dramatic or any of that stuff. I just think it's it's kind of one of those things where you just have to, there's a time and a place for a lot of things, and you just have to have gratitude and be glad for the people that came around when they did. And I mean, okay, what is going on, dude? This doesn't. I don't want to watch this. I want to watch whatever's live. Come on, man. What the heck is going on? I don't understand what's happening. Is On Patrol on tonight? That's live. Sweet. So, really, it's kind of come down to some people have it. Some people have the it factor, right? I'm sorry, give me a minute. I apologize. Um, okay, cool. So some people have it, and that's awesome. You know, like you can have people that could stream paint drying on a wall and talk about it, and the camera could be facing the wall, and that would be enough. And that's okay. You know, there's probably people I would watch doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fun. Um, but ultimately, you know, there's been a lot of crap that I've done and said, and I've been a real idiot. And I'm going through this process of like counseling and stuff, and I'm just deciding that, you know, sorry guys, I keep getting up and I keep losing things, and it's driving me a little crazy. I apologize for all the interruptions. Okay. And so, you know, I'm taking ownership for everything. Everything else, it just kind of is what it is. And so here I was thinking it was way later than it actually is. Sorry about that. But the past week has been, um, personally speaking, unbelievable. So um, the the title and the go live notification are not clickbait or any of that stuff. They're really not. Um, I just think it's, you know, sometimes people are going to see things like that and they're going to think it means um, bad news or whatever. Or maybe not bad news, depending on your perspective, but um, I have to fix something. I should probably not have this on the screen. I just think that I'm a bit too immature to be a streamer. I don't think that I've got the ability um, to be good at. I think it takes a very special person to be able to do that. Um, yeah. Am I talking to myself, dude? Like, well, that's fine. I'll leave the VOD up, but I think it's important for people to realize that um, you know, I've made a lot of really bad choices, and I've just decided to allow things to get too personal for no reason at all. And that is a massive character flaw of mine, and I admit it. So, um, you know, this is just meant to be. I'm sorry. My OBS software is acting really strange. I apologize. Um, this is just kind of meant to be an update, you know, and allow, you know, I'm actually, I'll publish the VOD. I will put this up. Um, I'm not going to make any decisions or judgments or anything. Um, but there's a lot of people um, that I miss, and those people are gone, and that's my fault, and I understand. Um, you know, it doesn't matter what the reasons are when anybody stops watching a stream or stops going to a place. You know, ultimately the place or the creator have got to facilitate an environment that allows that person to want to be there. And I used to do that. And then something happened. I started to put a lot of pressure on myself, and a lot of mistakes were made on my part, no one else's. Um, so when I say thank you for the memories, I mean it. And, I'm going through counseling and working on trying to be better. Um, that's a true story. Started last week. I also don't say that to try to get a pat on the back or whatever. It's not what this is about. That's not, if it ever comes across like that, I apologize. That's not what's supposed to happen. But, there are just folks that, that I saw as recently as yesterday that I won't see again. And it's sad, and it lingers in the back of your mind, but I take ownership for it. So I wanted to go live as soon as I could, just super chill. There's a white wall behind me. I mean, I'm not, this is like as stripped down as it's going to get. And so, I would love to like name names and be like, I'm sorry to you, I'm sorry to you, I'm sorry to you. But I also don't want to call anybody out or make anybody feel uncomfortable or called out or any of that stuff. So as a result, I won't do that. But my messages, whispers are always open. And, it's this person that I spoke to today. I told them that I'll probably be around to the end of September with the stream thing. That gives me over a month and a half to try to salvage any community that I had. I have no expectations. No one owes me anything. There are no assurances necessary. There are no requirements. There is no quota. There is nothing. But I do believe that, some people, like I was saying earlier, have the it factor. But I just don't have it. And I'm not saying that to be like self-deprecating or defeatist. I'm saying it to be self-aware and honest with you guys. I just think that I tried to follow in the greatness of a phenomenal streamer. And the reality is that they're really good at what they do and have been for years. And I just can't measure up. And that's okay. I tried. It's better that I tried and I knew, it's better that I try and I know, as opposed to not knowing and just doing it anyway. So there will be one VOD on my channel, and it'll be this one. And it's pretty obvious that my stream is dead. I'm just, and I did it to myself. So I want you guys to know that I'm sorry. It is too little, too late. I'm completely aware of that. This is all on me, and I will be around in chats. I may not be typing much, but I'll always support folks, and that's never going to change. So, how long has this been so far? 17 minutes. That's not bad. Just want to thank you guys. Disturbed, what's up, buddy? We are. I'm making a VOD. I'm going to have one VOD, and it's going to be this one. I'm just kind of reflecting. The past week of my life has been very pivotal and difficult, and eye-opening. And I started counseling on Wednesday. I think that's when it was. Yeah, Wednesday. And I just, there's a lot of people that I miss. And I appreciate you being here, by the way. But, I've just made a lot of mistakes as a streamer. And I own all of them. And I'm trying to be like upbeat and like optimistic and like truthful about this and not come across in like a defeatist kind of way, and also not to be repetitive or redundant in the things that I'm saying. I don't expect this to go anywhere. I'm going to have this bot up, and if anybody wants to watch it, they can. It'll be the only bot on my channel. I'm going to put it on Kick as well. And I'm going to put it on YouTube as well. But am I good? I'm getting there. I'm getting there. There's my family has gone through a lot over the past 90 days, and things are getting better now. And but the past like 7 days were very, very bad, very bad. So, there's just people that my heart is too big to do this. My heart's too big to be a streamer. It's just all there is to it. I get way too personally involved, and when people disappear, or if somebody comes in that I really enjoyed having around, and my family knew who they were and stuff, like it becomes painful when they disappear. And I'm here to take ownership for that. There's excuses that can be made. There's always going to be excuses that can be made, and this is not the time for that. You don't ever have to apologize for being away, ever. I appreciate you being here, and that's what matters. You never owe me an apology for being away, ever. So, I just made some mistakes along the way, and the reality is that. Hold on one second. Sorry, I apologize. I'm trying to. My downfall really started. I guess we'll get into this. I appreciate you being here. I have somebody to talk to, so I'm going to talk. My downfall started. I was serving at this church, and I got really involved in it, and it was everything I wanted. It was everything I wanted for a long time, and I got it. And then my ego got in the way, and I made really bad choices, and it ultimately led to us leaving that church. But I will say that had we not left for that reason, we were going to leave for other reasons. I don't know what's up with the lighting, and I'm trying to get my other camera, but I don't know where it is. So I'm sorry the camera looks all janky. But in any event, so I want to thank everybody, for all the memories that keeping me company when I'm out driving and working, and when I'm bitching and moaning about not making enough, or I'm bitching and moaning enough about not enough viewers or whatever, and like ignoring the people that are here in the process of doing that. It's just I haven't been very good at this. Um, and I think it's, look, I've had one counseling session, but I've also outside of the counseling session, I've had a lot of time, excuse me, I've made a lot of time to try to understand where I messed up. And I do, I've been trying to put it on other people and conversations and decisions, and none of that, that's all an excuse, and none of it's real. I did, um, I did what I did. No one can make me do what I did. And, I mean, that's ultimately what it comes down to. So, and I'm not going to say the name, but when I first got live, um, one of the people that I used to have here all the time that I was a real asshole to when they said something and I took it the wrong way and I really effed up, they were in here in the chat list. They're not in here now, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying I don't deserve their time. I'm sure they have other things they could be doing. But, I made a lot of mistakes. And so part of growth is understanding those things so that you don't do them again. You know what I mean? And it may not ever happen where things are the way they are again. Um, and I have to be grateful for. Yeah, you're right. I mean, mistakes are how we learn. I totally agree with you. Um, the problem with me, and this is a pattern that I'm actually trying to fix, is I've been my own worst enemy for a very long time. Um, and now, if I'm not careful, my daughters are going to do the same thing. And that's where I have to um, get a grip. It's not even really about me. So, you know, it's just one of those things where I can like go live and try to play a game and try to do what I think might work or whatever, and then when it fails, I'm back where I started, and then blah blah blah, and it's a vicious cycle. Or I could just go live and talk to you guys for a little bit, save the video, um, post it on YouTube, just so whatever, and put it over on Kick in case anybody still goes there. Um, I don't know how I'll do that though. I'll figure it out. But it's just there's like I said, there's a lot of people that just are not going to come around anymore, and it's my fault. I didn't do anything to a lot of them. I didn't do anything, but at the same time, um, I'm not willing to say it's anybody else's fault but mine. Period. Um, and I'm okay with that. It's I told my therapist I think that the number one way, if the easiest, or excuse me, if I go through this process and it turns into me realizing, you know what, I really have been a big jackass, and it really kind of is my fault. The easiest thing to do is going to be fixing myself, you know, and that's okay. Um, and so that is what we're doing. Um, that's what I'm doing right now. My wife and I had a very rough week. Things got very bad, but we were grateful to get childcare for about 3 hours tonight, 4 hours tonight, and we went and got something to eat and just kind of had some time together, and it really helped, and that's huge um, for us. And so, those things are going to be okay, and ultimately, everything is going to be fine. But it's one of those things where, um, yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. Disturbed, I would definitely agree with that. But it's definitely one of those things where it's just sort of time to um, oh goodness, it's not, I'm not like feeling defeated or anything like that. I'm really not. Um, there's a huge difference between feeling defeated and being aware of your situation, and being aware of your situation to the point to where you um, are owning your situation. See, I don't believe that um, I don't believe that talking about this kind of stuff just means, oh, but you're you're giving up, you're a defeatist, blah blah blah. It's negative. It's really not that simple. Um, and it doesn't have to be. Um, but in any event, I don't really want to drag this on. I want to keep this video short. I want to keep it at 30 minutes. That's a long time in today's society. Let's be honest about this. So, um, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, and that's okay. Um, yeah. So, so everybody that has come along since I've been a streamer, my family and I really appreciate anything that you've ever done to support us, whether it just be a chatter or a subscriber or play a bit sound, whatever, anything. Um, we have noticed all of it. I give me a second. The bottom of my computer is on like fire, dude. Yeah. So I mean, that's it. That's it. I'm not going to make any permanent decisions right now. I'm not going to make some sort of announcement right now. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. But um, there's just a time and a place. And tell you what, this couch is great. I'm really hurting sitting. Jesus. Um, yeah, no, and that's just it. I assure you, I don't really feel defeated. That's what's weird about it. Is it's like I'm not like feeling like defeated because I've tried literally everything. It's not even like oh man, I got beat and blah blah blah. It's nothing like that. Like I've tried everything, and it hasn't worked, and that's okay. Um, I've had some really good times. I've had a lot of people that have come and gone, and some have stayed, and some have gone for blah blah blah. It's I'm not trying to go down that road. I just like I said, there's been a lot of really good things that have come. At the same time, though, when things were at their peak, and I could have gone one of two ways, I, or actually, there probably was a way that I could have done both, but I wasn't smart enough at the time to understand that, and so, excuse me, and so, that's just kind of what happened, you know. I appreciate that. Um, I just kind of made one of those decisions that wasn't the right one. And it wasn't about people and it wasn't about anything other than me thinking that I couldn't go a couple of different ways at the same time when I really could. There was really no reason that I couldn't. I just made the wrong choice. Um, and I think that, um, things have just kind of happened since then. So, Train leaves in an hour. You have to go, man. I appreciate coming. I'm actually going to be ending this anyway because I'm very tired and I just wanted to come on and do this. Um, so, appreciate being here. Let me do one final check here, and we're gonna be good to go. But anyway, I don't really know. I'm gonna be live again. I'll probably give things till the end of September, and we'll see how that goes. All right, buddy. Have a good one, man. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Um, and it's all good. Everything's cool, man. Like it's fine. But I'm willing. Through this process, it's time to um, own our next steps. It's time to um, be aware of what I have control over and what I don't. And the number one thing that I have control over is how I react to things. And so it was, things are just kind of coming into perspective over the past week with the process that has just happened here on the home front. Um, but like I said, I'm going to be working still, and I'll be live here and there. But um, the more important thing to me is that if I had one more week to stream, if I only had one more week, I would spend some time in every single stream making sure that the people that have come and gone, um, that I appreciate everything they've done, and that I am sorry for anything that I did to um, push them out of my community. Because at the end of the day, if someone left my community, it is my fault, not theirs. Period. Um, unless and I guess there's always a caveat. Maybe somebody was up to no good, blah blah blah. But maybe that was perception, and in my case, I haven't had a ban or even a suspension or anything, so I can't. I don't really think that I'm justified in saying that I've had people gunning for me. There certainly are people that I've had people gunning for them. That is real life. But for me, that's not the case. I've gotten caught up in allowing myself to believe things that just aren't true. And part of it is because I want to be cautious for others and try to protect. And that's not, there's nothing wrong with that. You gotta be careful about how you go about doing that kind of stuff. You don't want to slander or make yourself seem erratic. Um, you don't want to make yourself seem erratic, or, like I have been over the past week. 1,000%, 1,000% admit it. But I noticed an issue, and I have taken every step I could to, well, I noticed multiple issues, and some of them were in my control, and some of them were things that I did, and some of them weren't. But again, this has gone way too long. I'm just sitting here rambling at this point. I apologize. But, my wife and I had a few hours tonight. Everything was cool, thank God. And we're going to be moving forward and just, taking this all a day at a time. And, I don't have a time machine. I can't get folks back. And I refuse to allow it to be this obsessive sort of thing. I just want to show gratitude for everyone that's ever spent 1 minute watching one of my streams, and show gratitude for anyone that's ever chatted, rated, played a bit sound, subscribed, gifted, whatever. Even if you came in, you typed one emoji and you left, whatever. It all moves the needle. And so I want to show gratitude for that. And my family wants to as well. But I will do that on their behalf, obviously, at 10:30 at night. And like I said, this is my state of the union. Okay. Um, and it's okay. Everything's fine. Um, this is just life. I have given this a lot of effort, and I don't have the it factor that some other folks are so good at. That they have. You can't teach that it factor. You either have it or you don't. And that's okay. I can admit uh, that I don't have it. I can also admit that I understand when things started to go off the rails for me personally. We already got into that a few minutes ago, but um, it was not Twitch related at all. And I allowed it to spill over, and I clouded my judgment, and I became this very immature person latching onto things, and it was just a stupid time. Um, but I'm doing a lot of self work um, to understand those events and to understand my reaction to those events. And that process will not have an end date. Um, it will just go, it will just happen, you know. And then I will continue to work on those things for as long as it takes. So, we are 39 minutes in. I have gone on way too long. This was really meant to be just like a hey update at this point. And I've already said this once, so that means I'm really doing it. I'm being repetitive and rambling, um, which is not what I want to do. So I am going to post the VOD. This will be the only VOD I have on my channel to make sure that I appreciate everyone that's ever been here. Um, this isn't like me saying goodbye. This is me saying, you know, that I'm aware of why things are the way they are in my channel and my stream, and I'm aware of what I've done to get me to where I am, and I take full ownership of it, and I am surrendering worrying about it because I can't control any of it anymore. And so I will fight the good fight. I will show up. When I work, I will stream. Just as I always said that I would. No expectations. No calling people out. No immaturity. No stuff that someone my age should be doing. I've been a total moron. And usually I recognize things too late. But that, at least I realized it, for what it's worth. But thank you guys for being here. Anybody that's here, I know Disturbed was here. If anybody was lurking, I appreciate it. If not, that's okay too. Never, like I said, I'll be around in some chats and stuff and be live whenever. But and I'll do everything I can to help anybody that I can. And if anybody wants to talk, I'm an open book. I'm not gonna. I'm literally just here to own up to stuff. I don't care about anything that I put up there that could be an excuse. I'm throwing out the window. Everything I've said has been true. I will say that. I haven't made anything up or anything. I just think that I think that Old Age Town put a very I think I took myself a little too seriously, and I put too big of importance on what I do, and thinking I'm this much bigger force than I actually am. and so, again, that's not to sound defeatist. I just think it's realistic. So, appreciate you guys, and hopefully this makes sense. What is going on Saturday Night Live? Wow. Okay, that dude is wearing a dress. Okay. well, at that, we're going to leave it. You guys have a great night. I appreciate you, and we'll see you down the road. Good night.